The unbelievable journey of Lionel Messi's career. A small boy diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency, becoming one of the greatest football players of all time. Lionel Messi's journey to the peak of football has been marvelous. Stay tuned as we dive deep into the unbelievable rise of the little magician, Lionel Messi. You won't believe how close he came to walking away from it all. But actually, what made Messi the greatest player of all time?
Side! It's Messi!
Let's find out in this video. This is a tale of Lionel Messi, La Pulga, who was once told that his dreams of playing football might fade. Yet, rising to the reign is the undisputed maestro, the GOAT. Lionel Messi's journey has been full of highs and lows, as well as instances that would break most individuals. Messi's football career seemed finished when he was diagnosed at the age of 11 with a growth hormone deficit. However, Messi overcame the hurdles and created an empire in world football with determination and perseverance. Understanding Messi's story isn't just about football, but it's about the belief to overcome the impossible. His entire career shows us what it takes to reach the peak world football, to touch heights that have never been thought of in centuries. When other children your age are growing quicker than you can fathom, picture yourself as a little boy in Rosario, Argentina, standing only 4 feet tall. You have an intense passion for football. You are better at playing than most, but your height is your biggest obstacle and your body is not cooperating either. You are informed that obtaining sufficient growth to compete will require costly medical care, and that is exactly when your dreams become vulnerable. What would you have done? For Lionel Messi, this was not an easy question. At the age of 11, when Messi was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency, his talent was undeniable and admired by everyone, but the cost of treatment was costly as local clubs couldn't afford it. Messi's dream was slipping away in front of his eyes. But then, like in every great story, came the turning point. The point that not only changed the future of an 11-year-old kid, but changed the whole football world. A Spanish club came knocking on the door. Yes, FC Barcelona, who had scouted the young boy and had seen something special in the kid, something that was worth taking a chance on. In 2000, Barcelona offered to pay for Messi's treatment on the condition of him moving to Spain and joining the youth academy of Barcelona, La Masia. However, things were not smooth even after he joined Barcelona. Messi had a difficult time initially with injuries and adjusting to life away from home. His family even entertained the idea of moving back to Argentina at one time. The question is, what if they had? But Messi stayed, and then Messi made his debut for the first team at just the tender age of 17. That was when he started to take the world by storm. From there, history was made. Records tumbled each match. Later on, he became Barcelona's all-time top scorer, won 8 Ballon d'Ors, and lifted countless trophies. But what made Messi stand out wasn't just his goals or assists. It was his grace, his vision, his ability to do things with a football that seemed otherworldly. The world stood still when Messi had the ball at his. He danced past defenders like they weren't even there. It wasn't just football, it was art. He used to make the crowd dance with joy and commentators scream with disbelief. As Ray Hudson, a Spanish commentator, once described Messi in words that could only do justice to the aura of Messi alone. He said, "They tell me that all men are equal in God's eyes." This player makes you seriously think about those words. But even as he dazzled the world and conquered club football with effortless grace, there was one glaring void, a missing jewel in his crown, and international glory. The hero of Barcelona was a villain in Argentina history. For nearly a decade, Messi bore the weight of Argentina's dreams upon his little shoulders, a nation's heartbeat tangled with his every move. Yet, time and again, triumph slipped through his fingers like sand in the wind. The trophies he sought for his homeland remained distant, shimmering like a mirage on the horizon, ever elusive, and leaving his heart aching with the burden of unfulfilled destiny, with the burden of a broken dream and the sorrow of the whole of Argentina. Defeat after crushing defeat on the international stage began to wear on his soul, each loss carving deeper wounds, not only for him but for his millions of fans, not only for Argentina, but for his fans all around the globe. The weight of hope that once was a source of strength became an unbearable burden after the heartbreak of the 2016 Copa America final. When victory slipped away in the cruelest of moments, Messi stood at the edge of surrender, the world's greatest, on the verge of walking away from the game he had given his life to. In that moment, the flame of passion flickered, dimmed by the shadows of failure, and even Messi, the unparalleled magician, nearly let go of his dream that had driven him for so long. All his fans thought it was over. Messi himself almost gave up on his biggest dream. But he didn't quit. He hoped again. He decided to fight again, and then in 2021, at long last, Messi stood on hallowed ground with a Copa America trophy gleaming in his hands. Its weight was no longer a burden, but a sign of redemption. In a night destined for history, Argentina prevailed over their fiercest rivals, Brazil, that too in the heart of their enemy's land. With that victory, the stars aligned and Messi's long-awaited dream was fulfilled. The dream of lifting a major trophy for his beloved Argentina. It was as if the universe had written a fairy tale, where the hero, after enduring endless trials, finally claimed his rightful place. In that moment, time stood still. The cheers of a nation echoed across the sky, and the boy from Rosario, who had once been told his dreams were too great, had carved his name into the stars forever. And then, just when we believed the legend had reached its final chapter, Messi led Argentina to the pinnacle of football, the World Cup glory in 2022, the one prize that had eluded him. The dream that he had chased for a lifetime was finally his. In that crowning moment, as the world held its breath, the little boy from Rosario, who once fought just to play, stood atop the mountain of immortals.
He climbs into a galaxy of his own.
As Peter Drury's voice echoes across.
The point of difference. Unparalleled. And maybe today there will, of course, always be those who argue, always be those who debate. And the debate can rage on if you like. But as he falls in love with the object in the world that his heart most desired, it is hard to escape the supposition that he has rendered himself today the greatest of all time.
From his dazzling dribbles to his calm, composed finishing, Messi's World Cup performances cemented his legacy as the greatest footballer of all time. From a small boy that defied all impossible odds to the undisputed greatest of all time, Messi's journey is a testament that legends are not born, they are forged in the fires of perseverance and heart. And now, as the chapters of his fairy tale seem complete, we ask, what lies ahead for Messi? Only time, the keeper of all stories, will reveal the next steps of his eternal dance with greatness. If you think Messi's career is incredible, you won't want to miss our next video where we dive into the rise of another legend. Click here to continue the journey. You're just getting started.